Hey, so Birds of Prey. Big fan right here. This one right here, big fan. This exceeded my expectations by a lot, very much. And I want to talk about it. Yeah, I pretty much thought that this was going to be like cringy on par with Suicide Squad and that sort of tone and everything. Nah. This is pretty much exactly what Suicide Squad was trying to be, but failed to be. This is exactly what it should have been. Yeah, I love the high energy editing in this movie. This movie's really funny. It even changed my mind about Margot Robbie as Harley Quinn, who I've said in the past, I'm not really a fan of that casting. I don't really like her as that character. But in this, I don't know, maybe it's because she was on screen more. I kind of understood what they were going for a bit more. I don't know. She was funny as in this, and the editing, like I said, was awesome in this. I'm a big fan of like the on-screen text and all that sort of stuff. Like, I know it's been done before, like it's not exactly the most original kind of thing, but like you don't see it in like every single movie every time you watch something, you know? Like it's still fresh to me. I like that kind of thing. The villain is awesome. Ewan McGregor plays Black Mask, who is a character that I don't know that much about apart from his appearances in the Arkham games, to be honest. But no, he plays awesomely in this. He's actually menacing. He's actually like a pretty despicable villain, like surprisingly so. You know, usually in these movies, the villains are like, yeah, I don't know, they're villains, they're bad guys, whatever. In this, it's like, oh my god, you're horrible. And he's actually kind of funny during some of the scenes as well. Like, he'll kill a dude and then he'll be like, ew, yuck, there's blood, or like something like that. Yeah, something I liked about this movie was that it pretty much felt like a Deadpool movie. Like, this kind of felt like a similar plot and all that stuff, and the tone and everything. It was pretty similar to that, which is far from a bad thing. But of course, this one stars Harley Quinn and the Birds of Prey and those characters. And in that being said, this was a superhero movie that was written by women. It stars women. This is, I guess, woman superhero movie. We're calling it, I guess. But I don't like calling it that. It's just a superhero movie. It has women in it. Anyway, the point is that I thought that aspect to their sort of team up was going to start to feel a little bit forced. Like, I thought that was going to come off as a little unnatural. All of these characters coming together and all that stuff. And you know that's going to happen. That's not a spoiler to say. That's just what happens in these movies. But no, like, the story really weaved these characters in really well, and it felt really integrated and natural in that way, and I appreciated that. Like, that's something that I've got to praise about this movie, is that like it felt like just a crime movie. This didn't feel like a superhero movie necessarily. It was a good crime story. In terms of the plot, it kind of felt like a classic mobster type of movie, but instead it's like intersliced with balls to the wall action and crazy comedy and like over the top shit like that. Like, and that's what makes this movie. This movie has so much heart and is so inspired by just craziness, and I love that about it. And then yeah, the other characters, the Birds of Prey characters, are all really cool. I like Elizabeth Mary Winstead's, it's hard to remember her name sometimes, Huntress. She was like kind of a badass and stuff, and Black Canary was probably like the best incarnation of that character that we've seen on screen, and yeah, they were cool. Oh, one more thing that I got to mention is that I really liked that this wasn't like a over-the-top superhero movie in terms of action. They're not flying around and whatever, they're not all invincible and all that kind of stuff that you see in lots of superhero movies. Like, apparently one of the choreographers or directors or whatever from the John Wick movies worked on this movie, and mate, was that a good choice? That really shows. I wasn't going into this movie thinking like, yeah, this is gonna have really good action. Like, I was sure it was gonna have some good stuff and whatever, but like, it blew me away. There's some really good stuff in terms of action here. Yeah, it's really kick-ass stuff. Birds of Prey was an awesome movie. I was not expecting to like it, but it impressed the hell out of me. Yep, and that's all. I'm done. Yay, another review done by me. Good, cool, good job. Thanks for watching. Like, comment, share, subscribe, and all that stuff, and let me know what you thought about the movie.